I just literally just wear them. And you know what? Creating makes me happy, you know. It's grown on me in probably the past 5 to 6 years. Okay, we're back. We're back. Welcome, everybody. I hope we're all doing well. Welcome back to the Ricky2ra podcast, episode 55. That's right, 55. We're on them same type of number episodes now. Yeah, I made a little mistake actually on my YouTube titles for the podcast episodes. I don't know if anybody noticed, but I think I did like episode 52 twice in the titles or something like that. Episode 52 or 53, so I sorted that out now. So luckily in the thumbnails I'd written the right numbers down, so that kind of made more sense, but in the title I just put the wrong number. But all is sorted. So yeah, I'm here. I'm glad you guys have tuned back in to the episodes. I'm happy to have you here on this Wednesday morning. I'm excited actually, and I don't sound excited, but this is just how I normally talk. But I've actually got notes for this episode, so this isn't a random episode. I'm not going to say I'm freestyling this or anything like that. Like, legitimately, like, if you're watching on YouTube, like, man's got double-sided notes here for this episode, because I wasn't that organised the past couple of weeks, and I just felt like talking, you know, just from the top of my head anyway, like I normally do. That's no stranger to that, and to you guys that listen, you know, I do this from time to time as well. So I will be discussing what topics I'm talking about, because I'm quite happy with what I'm talking about this week as well. But first, I hope you guys are doing well. I hope you guys are keeping safe. I know I start off my podcast like this the same all the time, but, you know, I care about you guys as well that listen, and I hope you guys are doing well, healthy and staying safe. If you're in the UK, we had a lovely 3 days, I think, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. So yeah, that was nice to be in the sun and that. If you're not in the UK, well, you're probably more warmer than here. But anyway, yeah, I've got my blinds like kind of done out, so I can't really see much outside. But what I can see is light clouds and a clear blue sky. Well, not clear because there's clouds there, but you know what I mean. The leaves are growing on the trees, so the trees aren't leafless anymore, you know. So yeah, that's your weatherman Rick for today. I don't know why I keep doing this for the podcast episodes, but I just do it. So yeah, let's head straight in. I thought I'd rock the Supreme hoodie today as well, because this is a totally legitimate hoodie. Do you know what's so funny? Actually, before I start the topics, like, I don't, sometimes I just wear, if you notice, like, from all my videos and my socials, I'm not that bothered about clothes and stuff. Like, I've been wearing, like, the same hoodies, t-shirts and stuff for years. I'm just not about that life. I know a lot of people are, like, with sneakers and stuff like that. Like, I buy sneakers and stuff, trainers and stuff like that. But I kind of like to just keep them. I don't really wear them, but I haven't done that for a while now. But with clothes and stuff, like, I'm one of them which, like, I just literally just wear them because I've got a washing machine. We just stick them in the washing machine and ta-da, it's clean again. Just wear them again. So, like, you probably noticed in, like, every single podcast episode or in my socials, I'm kind of just rocking the same clothes because, yeah, I'm just not about that life. But I'm that type of person where it's like, if I do need it, like, I'll just go all in and just, like, buy, like, a load, like, in bulk. So if you ever see me rocking new clothes, you'll be probably seeing them for a long time as well, because, yeah, I'm actually thinking about getting some more hoodies and stuff like that, because these ones are starting to get more small for me. Like, this Supreme one I've had for about, I think it's been about 3-4 years now, and some of the other ones that you've seen are just, I've had them for, like, a long time. So yeah, I'm just not about that life of just, clothes are clothes to me, do you know what I mean? But hey, some people agree, some people disagree, but I'm just about that life. But I thought I'd rock the Supreme one today, because where I was going is that I think I've used this hoodie in the Sweet review, and I don't really get dressed for my videos and stuff, and maybe it's something that I need to improve on. But I've seen a few comments saying like, yeah, that hoodie's like not even real. Oh, that's fake, that hoodie. And it's like, bruv, I know it's fake. Like, I'm not, like, you won't see me like with a Gucci top and stuff, especially in the shop. Like, I don't wear, like, don't get me wrong, with my suits and stuff that you can see behind me and stuff like that. Um, like, I wear that for my gigs because I get booked. People are paying me to perform, and I need to, look the part as well. So I'm not going to turn up to a gig with my jogging bombs and hoodie. So I kind of invest in that. But otherwise, like my clothes and my joggers and stuff, because I work in the shop, I'm always bending down to pick stuff up. Joggers are most comfortable. Shout out to the people with that shop life. Um, and yeah, it's just hoodies and joggers are the way to go, so that's probably why. There's no in between really, unless I'm like going out. I stick some jeans on and probably a nice t-shirt, but that's it. And a nice t-shirt is probably just something that I'm wearing under this anyway that you guys can't see. So yeah, that's literally what I'm about. But people legit think like when I'm rocking something like this, I got this as a gift actually as well, just from my family members. So you know what I mean. So it's not like I'm bothered if it's real or fake or not. So, but I think some people kind of just look at it and be like, "Yo, this guy's trying to pull off a madness," and you know what I mean. But I can see it's fake, or it's like I don't really give a crap anyway, whether it's fake or real or not. But anyway, yeah, I thought I'd just go and rock the Supreme hoodie today because I felt like it. So anyway, rant over. If you're still here, tap yourselves on the back because that was an unexpected kind of thing that just popped in my head. But yeah, I'm going to introduce the topics right now. Okay, so the first topic we're going to talk about is the Falcon and the Winter Soldier final, my reaction to that. Second topic is back to creating. Third is what I'm listening to. And actually, no. Third is Chisora v Parker. Bit of boxing stuff going on here. And then finally, the fourth one is what I'm listening to. So yeah, I'm quite excited to talk about this. So I'm just going to jump straight into it, guys. Okay, so the Falcon and the Winter Soldier final. What's my reaction of it? Do you know what? I've seen reviews online and they're mixed. My personal opinion is I just love it. I love anything Marvel anyway. So the Falcon and the Winter Soldier, it's the perfect time. Do you know what I mean? Do you know if this was a normal world, and I was doing stuff like if I was doing my magic outside, like for gigs and stuff, I was working in the shop, and just meeting up with mates and stuff like that. I don't think I would have liked it as much, you know. I would have liked it, but I wouldn't have really took that much notice into it. Because since we're in this pandemic and we're slowly getting out of it, my Friday nights have literally just been Marvel. Like, I've legit just sat down and watched these TV episodes every Friday, and I think that's the perfect formula to actually, enjoy it a lot more, and that's why I liked it a lot more, especially this final episode because I'm very invested in these shows, by the way. So I enjoyed the series as a whole. There's a new Captain America now. Sam Wilson, aka the Falcon, is now the new Captain America. His Wakandan vibranium suit I actually like it. You know what I mean? It does look a bit kiddie, if you know what I mean. Like, but you've got to understand that it is Disney that owns it, and it's on Disney Plus, and they are catering towards a younger audience as well as long-time Marvel comic book fans. But they kind of stuck true to the the comics as well. The suit actually looks exactly the same, maybe a minor few adjustments here and there, but I think it looks really good. I kind of understand people saying that, it could have been a bit darker, there's too much white on it, maybe it had to be a bit blue. But you've got to understand that, like, with Captain America, the original one, Steve Rogers, you got to understand that his first, like, Captain America costume was, like, when he was doing that musical kind of stuff in the army. But you got to understand that it evolves over time. So this Captain America vibranium suit is probably just, like, volume 1. Do you know what I mean? So there could be upgrades as, like, if he appears in different movies, or there is a Captain America 4, which I'll talk later on. But yeah, I'm sure it'll upgrade and stuff. I'm sure the Wakandans will sort him out. But I think it looks awesome, the suit, and kind of the different features that the suit has is it's pretty cool to see. They did show off a lot of stuff that it could do in the last episode. What I am quite interested is how throughout the series you kind of saw through the first one he was with his Falcon suit, and like throughout the series, like episodes 2 to 4, it was kind of just Sam by himself, like without the suit. Like obviously he was with Bucky and other people, but it kind of got you into that kind of detective role and action role that he can do stuff without the suit. And it kind of goes back to Spider-Man Homecoming, where Tony Stark says to Peter Parker, if you when Peter Parker says, "I'm nothing without the suit," and Tony Stark says, "Well, if you rely on the suit, you don't deserve it," or something like that. You guys know better than me, but yeah, it kind of has that kind of interpretation where he can do stuff without the suit. It's proven he can do it. So with the suit, it's just an extra, really, as well. And plus, he doesn't have that super soldier serum or anything like that. He's just a normal person, but he knows what he's doing. Sharon Carter, her character was a bit weird, I was a bit confused because I watch all these kind of deep dive videos after the episodes and stuff that YouTubers make. Shout outs to New Rockstars and Emergency Awesome. And yeah, it's a bit weird because there have been like pinpoints throughout the episodes that people are saying, "Oh, she's the power broker," and then there's other people saying that no, she's not the power broker, but she's working for the power broker. And I was in two minds what to decide, but I was kind of leaning towards the side of there is a big bad somewhere else, kind of like in WandaVision, like there was, but maybe it won't get revealed yet. And I was thinking kind of the same thing, and I kind of wanted like a reveal, kind of like in a post-credit scene in the final, but it actually turned out that Sharon was the power broker, and I found it a bit weird, but I wasn't surprised. Like, I felt like maybe that moment might have been like kind of like a shocking moment, but it really wasn't. I don't know, it just didn't build up for me. But she's kind of like an anti-hero, I guess. She's kind of just works for herself, I guess, now, since she's a power broker. But she's, well, kind of like working with other people, but she's like her own thing. She doesn't work for, anybody else like she did with the government. But she got pardoned, obviously, but she's obviously going to use other tech and stuff against other people, who the highest bidder is and stuff. So she is a hero and a villain, an anti-hero. So, yeah, I did find her character a bit weird in the show, but it is what it is. It kind of introduces her again into kind of like, I guess, the big movies, if she cameos in them or is maybe playing a major role. Who knows? Captain America 4 maybe. But there was a Thunderbolts teaser. Obviously, I said last week, what do we call the evil Captain America? Because he was kind of perceived in that way from the last episode, really, when he killed the guy, and then he kind of made his own shield, and it was kind of like he was in rage and anger. And I thought really he was going to have a big fight scene with Bucky and the Falcon and the Winter Soldier, but really he teamed up with them in the end. He wanted to get Carly, he wanted to kill her, I guess, but he kind of made himself an anti-hero as well, because he had a choice of getting Carly or saving, like, the government people in that truck that was locked, and he decided to save the people in the truck. So that kind of was the pivot for me, that kind of thought, he's an anti-hero now. He can kind of control himself, whereas in the earlier episodes he couldn't control himself, and he was just doing things out of anger. But I kind of guess he has control, some sort of control of him. He was twitching a little bit in the episode still, but I felt like he was much better. And I kind of liked it. Obviously, the Thunderbolts teaser, where I was going, was that he's got the US agent uniform, and obviously, I forgot her name now, but she gave him the name US agent as well. So I'm quite excited to see what John Walker has in store for the MCU future, because I really liked his character as well. I know this series was about Sam becoming Captain America, and obviously Bucky by his side as well. But I'm very, very invested in the US agent story, Sam Walker story as well, and I really want to see him and Zemo and maybe other characters in the Thunderbolts team up in a future, series or film. Bucky got invited to the cookout. Come on, that was kind of like the best kind of ending for me. Like, I really enjoyed it. He was a different person. He started off as the Winter Soldier still, going through them nightmares, going through therapy and stuff like that. But he kind of found himself towards the end, and he crossed his list. He gave it to his therapist. He's not really the Winter Soldier anymore. So I'm quite interested to see where Bucky goes with this as well, in future MCU movies and series as well. But yeah, he got invited to the cookout. I was kind of happy, but what was more happy for me, and it was a bit emotional as well, I'm not going to lie, Isaiah Bradley got the closure that he wanted and that he needed. My man waited 30 plus years after getting tested and stuff like that, and went off the record. He got a statue, and he got some info under his name in the Captain America Museum, which was a very touching ending for his character development throughout the series. I really enjoyed it. I really liked his character, and I wouldn't mind seeing him in future series or films, maybe making a cameo as well. Or maybe like a flashback into what he was, because he was the first black Captain America, he was saying, the super soldier that did save. So I'm quite interested in that, and maybe if there is a flashback, maybe in some future series or films, I'd be interested to see that. What else have we got? Yeah, so if you look at it from the start to the finish, it started off with Falcon, saving that soldier from the helicopter, using his wings and stuff, all of his, gadgets and stuff from his uniform. And it ended with Captain America, Falcon turning into Captain America, using his gadgets, overcoming obstacles and things like that. So it kind of has a mirror effect from the first fight scene to the last fight scene. So I kind of liked how Marvel, kind of closed that up from the start. I'm quite... you know what? I'd still get WandaVision as number one for me, because I was very, very invested in WandaVision. But Falcon and the Winter Soldier does come out at number 2 for me in the series list at the moment. Some people obviously agree and disagree. Let me know what you think if you've seen them both. What is your number 1 and number 2? I'm waiting for Loki now, because Loki's going to be one that I'm probably going to be more invested in as well. But we have to wait 6 weeks for it. Unfortunately, it's out on June the 11th, I'm guessing. I'm sure they said 11th. Let me have a quick look. June the 11th. So we have to wait about 6 weeks for it to come out. But it is what it is. It was meant to come out in May, but what can you do? It just builds up the suspense more. But I don't know what I'm going to do with my Friday nights now. Because I know this Friday they're going to do the assembled part, like the behind the scenes, the making of the Falcon and the Winter Soldier. But what do I do for the next 5 weeks on a Friday? So it's going to be an interesting one. But it is what it is, isn't it? What else is there for the Falcon? No, I just enjoyed it. If I was to give it, I'd give WandaVision a 10 out of... You know what, it's a bit harsh. Let's give it a 9 out of 10. And I'd give Falcon and the Winter Soldier an 8 out of 10 as well, because I thoroughly enjoyed it. So yeah, that's the Falcon and the Winter Soldier, my reaction to the finals on that. So let's move on to the next topic. I just need to check this message real quick, podcast. Just something to with shop stuff. Right, that's cool. So yeah, back to creating. I'm back to creating. That kind of says it in itself. I've said in the last few podcast episodes that, it could take a while for me to get back to normal and stuff because I'm sorting some shop stuff out. I still am, but I'm getting there, and I'm kind of happy that I'm back to creating stuff. I uploaded a few things on Instagram. I uploaded a picture on Instagram. Totally forgot to upload to Facebook and LinkedIn. That's my bad. But I am still slacking a little bit, but I'm getting there as well. I uploaded my first YouTube shorts a couple of days ago as well, so I'm going to definitely be doing more of them. But yeah, I'm back and to creating. And I'm not going to big myself up saying, oh, man's going to be consistent, because I might drop again. You never know. But the thing is that I'm happy that I've kind of gone through a kind of a slump and gone back up. And I'm kind of glad that I've got it on camera as well. And I've got evidence that I was in a slump, because in order to get back up is you have to go down first. And, it's just the way of life, really. That's just how life goes. But yeah, make sure you check out my socials. At Ricky2ra, Ricky2ra. I'm getting there. So if you see me on the socials, I'm here. I've got a cool type of video that will be out later this week. And you know what? Creating makes me happy. I'm a creator as well. I like creating different stuff, and it's kind of showed throughout my body of work, like my Instagram videos that I've done in the past and stuff like that, because in the magic world you do have people that create the actual type of magic effects and stuff like that, and then you've got the people that kind of perform it. But what I'm interested in is the performance type of part of how you can make it your own, how you can tweak and adjust little parts of that effect that was created by that person or people, but you kind of put your own spice and ingredients into it to make it your own, so it's a kind of different outcome to the actual original product. I'm interested in that department. I don't actually create magic effects and stuff like that. I know that for myself, because that's just not me. I can keep trying, but if you're a magician listening to this, or if you're not, if a magician tries to create something, 9 times out of 10 or 99% of the time, it's already been done. But there are very much talented magicians out there as well. So I let them do that job. And when it comes to me, I put my own twist on it. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad, but you learn from your mistakes and stuff like that. So I'm interested, and I love talking about stuff like this as well, and I love performing stuff like that as well. Can't wait to perform again. But I like to do things a little bit differently. If I see something and I see other people doing the same thing, I don't really want to do it. I just want my own style into it. I say I don't like copying people, but everybody copies everyone. You know what I mean? The way we dress, the way we talk sometimes, the way that we buy stuff. If people recommend something on YouTube, you're kind of copying them. But, in a good way. You know what I mean? I'm not talking about in a bad way. But yeah, I am a creator as well. I'm a magician, I'm a creator, podcaster, I guess you can say as well. I just like to dive into different things and just create different things as well. I don't know if there's a podcast out there that talks about magic, movies, TV shows, hosted by a magician, yours truly. I don't know. I haven't done my research on it. Maybe there is. But, I just like to do things a bit differently. Like, at the start I thought I was going to talk about magic, but, I dived into different stuff that I like, and maybe that might, even one person that listens to this, it might interest them. Like, yo, this guy's a magician, but he likes TV shows, watching this, or he likes movies, or he likes this type of thing. So, I just like to talk about different things. I like to just switch it up a little bit. And I did an Instagram post on that as well. I think it's got a comic book origin story that I released a couple of days ago on the social, so make sure to check that out as well. But yeah, that was a little bit of a topic. I want to move on to the next topic because I'm very, very much excited to talk about this one. I haven't talked about boxing for a while now. So I'm very much interested into talking about this topic, which is Derek Chisora versus Joseph Parker. If you're not a boxing fan, I'd probably skip this part. But if you're just interested to what I've got to say, stick around, because I'm not a deep level of boxing fan where I talk about stuff like, oh, he needs to do the right hook, or he needs to get a jab in and stuff. I don't talk about stuff like that. I just talk about it from just a standard fan's perspective. Because I'm a big fan of boxing, and I've kind of, it's grown on me in probably the past 5 to 6 years. Boxing has grown on me. I didn't really used to watch it when I was in my early teens and stuff, but probably from about 17, 18 years old, I started to, just like watching it and become a fan. So yeah, it's going to be a good fight, I believe. The last time that I've seen Joseph Parker box, and this kind of tells you what kind of fan I am, was against Anthony Joshua. But I know he has fought after that as well, and I believe he fought somebody, and I can't remember his name, if it was something like Far or something, the name, but he won that one. I can't remember if he won it through unanimous decision or TKO or something like that. And Chisora, I actually watched his last fight against Alexander Usyk, and he lost that one, but I felt like he had a great match in there, but unfortunately he was just outboxed in that fight. But the thing that I've seen about Derek Chisora and that I really like about him, one, that he's entertaining. You've got to give him that. He's entertaining in the build-up, press conferences sometimes, and the second thing, in the ring, he never gives up. If my man's getting knocked out, he's getting knocked out. Or if my man's going to knock you out, he's going to do everything to try and knock you out. He doesn't give up. And that's what I've seen. I watched the Dillian White fight, Chisora 1 and 2. The first one was a boxing match I'd never ever seen before. These men were going at it left, right and centre. And it's same in the second one. Usually the second fights are a bit boring compared to the first fight. These men put on a show for the second fight. So that's the thing that I've noticed about Chisora. He doesn't give up. Obviously, he's got David Hay in his corner, promoting him. And I believe he's got a new kind of coaching team around him as well, from what I've heard. I could be wrong, but I think I've heard that right. But yeah, it should be interesting to see what happens in this, because Chisora is dangerous, but so is Joseph Parker. And I'm not taking anything away from Joseph Parker, because he's been undefeated for a while, I think, before Anthony Joshua, I believe. But could Parker KO Chisora? That's the thing that I'm thinking about. Or will he just try and do like what Alexander Usyk did and kind of just outbox him and then maybe tire him out in the later rounds? Because to me, Derek Chisora didn't really tire out towards the end of the Usyk fight for me. I felt like, yeah, he did in some parts, but he was just still going at it. So it'd be interesting to see what happens in that fight, because Derek Chisora, I believe he's the only guy that he's lost his fights. I believe he lost the Usyk fight and he lost the White fight. So he's lost his past 2 fights. And he's still getting the main event type of cards, which is incredible, really, especially for his age, and that he's still there in action. When Povetkin and Dillian Whyte was meant to happen, the second fight last year, and obviously Povetkin got coronavirus, so he was out. They were thinking about somebody to stand in, and he just fought Usyk like a day before, and he came on the Instagram live with Eddie Hearn. He was like, "Eddie, I'm good to go," and that's what I love about Chisora. Like, he'll just do it, man. He's a fighter. So yeah, would you guys like to see a Chisora and White 3 fight? Even though Chisora's lost both, I think they're putting a show on me. But yeah, it could go either way. I think I'm going to go with Derek Chisora because I'm going to go for him not giving up. He's going to go at it whether or not. There's nothing to lose for this guy. He's lost his past 2 fights. He's been knocked out in one of them, and he's lost on points in one of them, and he's still going at the age he is. Yes, Parker, I believe, is the favourite. He's younger. He's more agile. He can knock a guy out as well, but he's a clever boxer as well, so it's interesting to see what is going to happen. And, Parker is the favourite for this, but I'm going to go with Derek Chisora because the man never gives up. And if he goes out, he's going to die on his own sword, meaning that, he's done everything he could and, he hasn't left anything else. He's put everything in the ring. So, yeah, I'll be watching it on Saturday. I believe it's going to be about 10 p.m. About 10 p.m. start. I think usually it's about 10:30, just after 10:30 on the Saturday UK time. But yeah, let me know who you think's got this. You can tweet me at Ricky2ra. It's going to be an interesting fight, and I'm excited about that. And they've got Katie Taylor for the main event. They've got Chris Eubank Jr. I believe Luke Hatton, or the Ricky Hatton's son. He's gonna. I totally probably got his name wrong. Is it Campbell or something like that? He's going to be fighting as well. So they've got a great undercard and another main event as well. So don't get that rule that out as well. It's going to be a great card as well. So yeah, that's that topic done, and let's head over to the last topic, which is what I'm listening to. So yeah, I just want to end this podcast episode just on a light topic, because normally I've done a few updates and stuff here and there. Forget about the updates now. You guys know what's going on. What I'm listening to really, I'm a big music lover, and shout outs to all the music lovers out there. I'm listening to a few songs at the moment. So I'm just going to name a few for you. Young Thug featuring Drake and Gunna. It's called Solid. I'm literally playing that tune every day. Wes Nelson, Nice to Meet You. That's a summer track that, it's a really good track. It's like like last year's track was kind of, it reminds me like of Be Young, where he released 079 Me in like summertime. It reminds me of that kind of vibe, really. It's the vibe that the song gives you and the time that it's released as well. Dino featuring J.I. and Chunks, Lingo. Come on, Chunks is versing that. And AJ Tracy. I've got a few songs I'm listening to of AJ Tracy's actually on the Who We Be playlist. What have we got? We've got Little More Love. It's from his new album as well, which I haven't listened to fully, but I am going to soon. He's got a tune with Nav, AJ Tracy has, called Kuko. He's got Coupe featuring Kalini. I hope I said that right. There's loads, man. He's got another one as well. He's doing quite a few as well. So Top Dog, that's one. So yeah, a lot of AJ Tracy tracks as well. So shout outs to AJ Tracy. But yeah, that's literally what I'm listening to. If you're interested in that, check him out as well. I kind of like hip hop R&B songs, but I kind of go for any genre if I like the song as well. But that's the playlist that I listen to the most, Who We Be, on Spotify. But if you don't have Spotify, you can check them out individually as well. So yeah, I think that's it for this episode. I've got nothing else really to say. I've used my notes up, so there's only one thing to do, and it is thanking all of you guys for making it this far into the episode. The sun's come out now, so it's a bit bright, so I'm happy, you know. Gonna sort this out after to upload. But yeah, I hope you guys, stay safe. And I will see you next Wednesday for another podcast episode. We're nearly hitting 60 now episodes, which is unbelievable. So I appreciate each and every one of you that just tune in to me talking. So yeah, my name is Ricky2ra. Thank you, and I'll see you guys next week. Have a great day or night, wherever you are.